Energy efficiency usually is the easiest and best low-hanging fruit on decarbonization. The best energy, the greenest energy is the energy that you do not use. So if you translate that into oil and gas industries, there are lots of options, solutions to optimize operations, to optimize a heat exchanger, to optimize a process, to optimize a flare, etc. All of these solutions usually are easy to deploy. They just involve a deployment of some software. They don't need no turnaround. They don't need no major investment. The payback often is a matter of weeks or months, less often years. So it's the easiest, the best energy saving you can achieve. Now, usually in European assets, the operators are pretty good on these aspects. But even saving 0.5% energy costs and CO2 emissions on a European refinery is still a significant impact, especially if it's easy to deploy, easy to do, easy to maintain, and limited cost and a great ROI. There are probably three main challenges. The first one is procrastination. You need to start now. It's nice to have targets for 2050, but you also need to define yourself for some targets for 25, 27, 2030. And many companies are not there yet, and they will be challenged eventually on whether they are serious or not on their energy transition roadmap. And there are lots of low-hanging fruits that we can deploy. I mentioned energy efficiencies. There's electrification of a number of easy loads, all rotating machinery, smaller heaters, boilers, etc. All these things are easy to electrify. Even if it's a hybrid electrification, you maintain the gas burner, you add electric heater. Maybe you operate on cheap electricity when electricity is cheap, and you switch back to gas burning when it's not cheap, etc. So there are lots of low-hanging fruits that we need to deploy now. So procrastination is the first thing. Then the second element is cannot improve what you do not measure. If you do not measure your CO2 emissions, if you do not give the operators a visibility on the impact of any of their decision on the CO2 emissions, well, you'll never improve things. You can improve your driving if you see the miles per gallon data on your screen. If you do not, well, you can apply some theory, but you will not feel it in practice. Same thing for a large asset. And third element is forgetting about the demand side. Many of the scenarios, many of the governments focus on the supply side. And they will try to curb the supply of oil or gas. They will try to develop the supply of renewable electricity. But we need to work on the demand side as well. And at Schneider Electric, we have developed a 2050 scenario completely based on demand side, on evolution of the operators, of the residential people, you and me in your homes, of tertiary buildings, etc. So demand side is very important, and it has to be part of the equation. Maybe just an anecdote. A few years back, 5-6 years back, I sent a guy in my team to a conference in Saudi, and I asked him to talk about sustainability in oil and gas industry. And the guy was telling me, "Hey, you're sending me on a suicide mission. They are going to kill me. No one wants to hear about sustainability in oil and gas industry." And guess what? For the following 6 months, if you Googled oil and gas and sustainability, you would find his picture and the name of Schneider Electric. And today, well, a couple of weeks back, there was ADIPEC. The theme of ADIPEC was decarbonizing faster together. So that's a big transition. Everyone in the oil and gas industry accepts the need to decarbonize, invests money, and you may say it's green painting, greenwashing, maybe, but it's still an awful lot of $1 billion being invested, and no one else has this technology and financial and project management strengths as the oil and gas industry. So we need that to continue. So big change of mind. That's probably a big trend, a big change. The IRA has contributed to that. 2 years back, the US players were very skeptical on energy transition. Now they are all in. They're all about CCUS, biofuels, etc. Electrification has become a mainstream topic. It used to be forgotten, discarded, and now we see some major entities, DOE, OGCI, advertising it. Methane emissions, we start to see people starting to say it's not methane emissions, it's natural gas spills, it's natural gas wasting. In Schneider Electric, we have 100+ factories. We are not throwing away intermediate products. We are not throwing away copper scraps from our manufacturing. We are not throwing away products that we could sell. That's what the industry is doing today with methane emissions. It's natural gas leaks. It's natural gas waste. They're wasting valuable feedstock that they could monetize. And I did the math, and it's many $billion that's being wasted here. And the last major trend and change is the link of digitization and energy efficiency. People realize that digital transformation is a key to energy efficiency and to energy transition, because many of these solutions will rely on software applications, simulation, process optimization, etc.